Good morning, everyone. This is Father Nate, missionary priest in Italy, and thanks for joining us today, November 11th, on No Greater Delight, our podcast on Marian feasts and Marian meditations. Today we have three different things we're celebrating related to Our Lady. First, in 1546, Our Lady of the Portuguese, Nossa Senhora do Português. Our Lady appeared on the city walls in the East Indies during a siege. It's said that her appearance so frightened the enemies that they just packed up their things and fled. In 1990, at the shrine of Blanca Estrella del Mar, the White Star of the Sea, in Olón, Santa Elena, Ecuador, the statue of Our Lady, portrayed as the mystical rose, was said to shed tears of blood for 7 hours. Lastly, in Estado Anzoátegui, Venezuela, we have Nuestra Señora del Socorro de Barcelona, Our Lady of Help of Barcelona. She's also sometimes known as La Virgen del Totumo, or the Virgin del Totumito, because it refers to the wood the image was carved from. Now, the image was found by 3 fishermen in their net, and when they brought it to the parish church, miraculously each night, it would return to the beach where she was found. After this happened 3 times, the decision was made to erect the shrine to her there. The image has been the cause of many miracles, including the famous English retreat, when English soldiers, unannounced, landed on the beach, and miraculously, a whole bunch of Spanish soldiers just showed up to convince them to flee. For today's reading from True Devotion to Mary by St. Louis de Montfort, we continue with part 2 on the most excellent devotion to Our Blessed Lady, or the perfect consecration to Jesus through Mary. Again, we're in section 2, Motives for Perfect Consecration. And today we'll look at points 71 and 72, which contain the 7th motive for consecration to Our Lady. So in point 71 we read, "Another consideration which may engage us to embrace this practice is that of the great good which our neighbor will receive from it. For by this practice we exercise charity towards him in an eminent manner, seeing that we give him by Mary's hands all that is most precious to ourselves, which is the satisfactory and impetuary value of all our good works, without accepting the least good thought or the least little suffering. We agree that all the satisfactions we may have acquired, or may acquire up to the moment of our death, should be employed at Our Lady's will, either for the conversion of sinners, or for the deliverance of souls from purgatory. Is not this to love our neighbor perfectly? Is not this to be the true disciple of Jesus Christ, who is always to be recognized by his charity? Is not this the way to convert sinners without any fear of vanity, and to deliver souls from purgatory without scarcely doing anything but what we are obliged to do by our state in life?" And point 172. To understand the excellence of this motive, we must understand also what a good it is to convert a sinner, or to deliver a soul from purgatory. It is an infinite good, which is greater than to create heaven and earth, because we give a soul the possession of God. If by this practice we deliver but one soul in our life from purgatory, or convert but one sinner, would not that be enough to induce a truly charitable man to embrace it? But we must remark that, inasmuch as our good works pass through the hands of Mary, they receive an augmentation of purity, and consequently of merit, and of satisfactory and impetuary value. On this account they become more capable of solacing souls in purgatory and of converting sinners than if they did not pass by the virginal and liberal hands of Mary. It may be little what we give by Our Lady, but in truth, if it is given without our own will, and with disinterested charity, that little becomes very mighty to turn the wrath of God and to attract his mercy. It would be no wonder if at the hour of death it should be found that a person faithful to this practice shall, by means of it, have delivered many souls from purgatory and converted many sinners, though he shall have done nothing more than the ordinary actions of his state of life. What joy at his judgment! What glory in his eternity!
Thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoyed our Marian podcast. As St. John Paul II teaches us, from Mary we learn to love Christ, her Son, the Son of God. Through her intercession, may we grow ever closer to him. We encourage you to share this with a loved one or friend and help spread our devotion to Mary. Thank you, and God bless.